Carl here. Just want to give you a week-free update. It's been a bit of a slower week. We're not running as fast as we might have been in the first 2 weeks, but we're still getting there. So firstly, our main priority has been face shields. As Barry has pointed out in his videos, we've sent out over 4,500 shields around the country now to every state and territory except for the Northern Territory, where they have very low numbers, if at all, at the moment. So they've gone to all the tertiary hospitals, emergency departments and intensive care units. Each is a box of 43 to start with. Now we're ready to send out the second batch, which is to go to all the major hospitals around the countries with intensive cares and EDs as well. They're all addressed to the nurse duty managers. There is a covering letter. We have asked that people just send us an email back to confirm that they've received them. To date, we haven't received many emails back, but hopefully that will continue to change. The face shields, I started making some myself. I'll show you a video of how they're made. Very low. I've got a target of trying to make 100. Others have made several hundreds individually, which is just amazing. They're really simple to make, and there's a few companies that we have to thank for supplying us the parts with that. We have to thank Mulford Plastics for supplying the plastics material, and there's companies called MPS Paving Systems and the Epoxy to You Australia companies that have been using water jets to cut the plastics for the shields. The other thing that we continue to work on is these boxes, which we now call negative pressure boxes. There's a fantastic anaesthetist from the Bayside area, Dr. Jenny Markson, who's made wonderful YouTube videos that I've mentioned before. She's continued to evolve these boxes, and the main change is that now on top of the box we also have a 5 centimetre hole for the bougie to be introduced, just so you don't have to try and bend the bougie around. And also the front panel over the patient's chest has been shortened to 2 centimetres, so you can move the BVM around quite easily in there, just making it even simpler. One of the things I want to explain is the suction hole here. Literally have just used a suction connector as to hold it in there, with the thought that if you had to take this off in an emergency where something went wrong, you could easily disconnect that and just lift the whole box off the patient still, so it's not too complicated. Nothing needs to be really difficult to be disconnected there. The other thing that we've been working on are obviously the decathlon snorkel mask with 3D adapters. Cobalt Design and their manufacturer GoProto have really now finalised their design and manufacturing. They're very high quality plastics that they're using. They're medical grade, can be cleaned and sterilised as I understand it. We've now started sending them out to clinicians to run trials on. Down at Monash Health, they're using them to trial as a patient isolating device to help in between transfers of patients to the wards. Western Health are getting some, and we've sent some to Eastern Health as well as to Epworth emergency department as well for those clinicians there. Recently spoke to a leading clinician at Northern Health, and there's also a retrieval specialist at Royal Children's Hospital, and they're going to get some to run in their simulation centres as well. So that's regarding the snorkel decathlon masks and their 3D adapters to make them P2 and P3 level respirators. And finally, we've also been working on a communication solution for into isolation rooms, and we've got 6 of these tablets, which I got from Grays Online. They retail for about $100, but I got them for $65. We've used an app called Cloud Baby Monitor. We've exchanged multiple emails. Both Alistair McVeigh and I have exchanged multiple emails to the developer in Czech Republic. They've been really responsive and have agreed that they will write a newer version of the app specifically for healthcare workers to communicate with patients. We now have it running successfully thanks to Cloud Baby Monitor for sending us some redeem codes, which we've still got some. If anyone wants to try them, I'm happy to pass these redeem codes on so that you can download the app and try it yourself. They seem to be working really well, and we haven't had any problems with them, but we'll continue to test them. We've got 3 units in 2 hospitals, and but we'll continue to test them with more multiple units. Regarding the pre-hospital respiratory helmet, we've developed that further and now have a second prototype designed. We haven't gone ahead with the manufacturing of the prototype, but I have looked at connectors and suction tubing, how we'd actually connect the suction to that helmet. I still think it's a really good option for retrievals. I understand that they can't do fixed wing retrievals now just because of the backward airflow. Pilots are refusing to fly patients. I've heard that there are up to 50 paediatric retrievals that need to go by road because fixed wing aren't available at the moment. So this could be potentially a simple solution. I'm not saying it's the be all and end all, but it's a potential solution. Really still waiting for pre-hospital ambulance services to contact us to give us input and give us support and advise whether they want us to continue to develop this. If so, we can push the button and get these made and trialled, very quickly. So urging them to contact us. We've sent multiple emails and awaiting contact back. On Thursday, Betty Klemenko was interviewed on Channel 10's Studio 10 program. Her foundation's funding all the items that we're making. If you missed it, you can watch it on our Facebook group, Erebus Medical. Yeah, so if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to join the Erebus Medical group on Facebook. You'll get quickly approved on that. It's just a quick and easy way for us to continue to provide you communications and for you to communicate back to us. Today, this morning, I just saw an article that someone posted from the Sydney Morning Herald where at Westmead Hospital, which is a major tertiary hospital in New South Wales, there's an article there saying that they literally ran out of face shields a week ago and were, longer than that, and have been making it out of stationery. Thankfully, Westmead is one of the first hospitals that we sent our face shields to, so hopefully they've got them and they're able to use them for that. Thanks for your continued interest and support, and we'll just keep plugging along.